Equation. What is equation? Equation is an expression which contains equal sign, variables, and some constant, isn't it? Now, when we talk about trigonometric equation, that means it will contain constant numbers, variables in terms of trigonometric ratios such as sin s, cos x, tan x, cot x, etc. and equal sign. For example, sin x is equal to root 3 by 2, sin x is equal to 1 by 2, cos x is equal to minus half, or tan x is equal to 1, or sin x is equal to sin y, like that. So these are the examples of trigonometric equations. So when we talk about equation, it should have solution, isn't it? So trigonometric equation also has solution, and there are of two types of solution trigonometric equation can have. First one is general solution, and second one is principal solution. Now for example, consider one example, sin x is equal to root 3 by 2, suppose. So solving equation, trigonometric equation, means we have to find the value of x. So for what values of x, sin x value is root 3 by 2. So we know what we will do here. Root 3 by 2 is what? Sin 60, that is pi by 3. So after equating, we can get x value pi by 3, isn't it? But some will say no, for x equal to 2 pi by 3 also sin is root 3 by 2, isn't it? Because we know sin 2 pi by 3 means sin pi minus pi by 3, which is sin pi by 3, which is root 3 by 2, and pi minus pi by 3 is what? 2 pi by 3. Okay, some can say no, not only for 2 pi by 3, sin x value can be 7 pi by 3 also, because 7 pi by 3 is what? 2 pi plus pi by 3. That time also it will be equal to sine, using a light angle it will be equal to sin pi by 3, because 2 pi means sine should not be changed, sine will be sine only, and 2 pi plus something means first quadrant, so positive. So again sin pi by 3 means root 3 by 2. So all these solutions will be general solution for an trigonometric equation. Okay, so trigonometric equation can have infinitely many solutions. Suppose 4 pi plus pi by 3 also will be same. Okay, 5 pi minus pi by 3 also will be same. Like that it will go on, because we know sin x graph we have seen here, isn't it? Suppose this is pi, this is pi by 2, here somewhere 60 is there, pi by 3. Okay, so for pi by 3 sin value is root 3 by 2. Suppose this is root 3 by 2. So see, if I'll draw the line, it will cut at each interval, it will cut into 2 points, isn't it? So these are what? Solutions. These are related solutions. These are the values of x, for which value is root 3 by 2. So since this curve is infinite, so solutions will be infinite solutions. So that all infinite solutions are termed under general solutions. We have some rules to find general solution, that we will discuss later. First we will see what is principal solution. So principal solution, see, since we know now that a trigonometric equation can have infinitely many solutions, so if we restrict the domain, suppose this is 0 and this is 2 pi, so between 0 to 2 pi whatever solution will come, that solution termed as principal solution. So what are the principal solution? Solutions between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so just now we considered one example, sin x is equal to root 3 by 2, in which I got x as pi by 3, 2 pi by 3 and 7 pi by 3. So these three values and many more are general solution for this particular trigonometric equation. But in that, among them, how many principal solutions are there? So only these two solutions are principal solutions. Okay, because they lie between 0 to 2 pi. So general solution and principal solution. Now how to find principal solution? See, we know principal solution will be in between 0 to 2 pi, isn't it? That means we have to play in this quadrant only. Suppose sine x is equal to 1 by 2. Okay, so we know sine pi by 6 is 1 by 2. That means one solution will be pi by 6. Another solution you have to find, so you have to check in which quadrant sine is positive, first and second. So first quadrant angle you got already. Now to get the angle in the second quadrant, how you have to approach? Pi minus something, isn't it? Pi by 2 plus you can't do, because if you write sine pi by 2 plus pi by 6, that will change into cos. Okay, so always remember, whenever you have to find solution with same trigonometric, so either pi plus pi minus something or 2 pi plus 2 pi minus something, because at pi the value won't change. So how we can get sine pi by 6 is what? Sine pi minus pi by 6 also. See, pi minus pi by 6 means second quadrant, it is positive. So this value will be equal to again sine pi by 6. But this is what? 5 pi by 6. So 5 pi by 6 is also one of the solution. Okay, so no other solution will be principal solution, because now next solution will be 2 pi plus something. So 2 pi plus something means beyond 2 pi, that will be that won't be under principal solution. Now to find positive value, we will check in which quadrant it is positive. Now suppose we have to find for negative values. Suppose cos x is equal to minus half. Okay, so we know cos x minus half means for what values of x cos is minus half, so half only, minus we will consider here. So cos 60, that is pi by 3, isn't it? So we have to check at which quadrant cos is negative, second quadrant and third quadrant. So how we will get second quadrant value? Pi minus and pi plus. So pi minus pi by 3 and pi plus pi by 3. Okay, that will give same value. Cos pi is cos pi by 3 only, but in second quadrant, so minus, so see same value. And here also pi plus, cos pi means cos pi by 3 only, pi plus something means third quadrant, in third quadrant it is negative, so same value. So we have to check in which quadrant it is negative. Now we will find this angle. So 2 pi by 3 and 4 pi by 3. So these two are the principal solution for this particular equation. To find general solution, there are some rules, we will see one by one. So rules for general solution, two rules already we got earlier. Sin x equal to 0 means x is equal to n pi. Okay, where n belongs to z, we already know this. One more we know already, cos x equal to 0 means x is equal to 2n plus 1, odd multiples of pi by 2, isn't it? N belongs to z. Third one is sin x is equal to sin y, that implies x will be n pi plus minus 1 raised to n y, where n belongs to z. See, this we have seen already. Now for how it will work, sin x equal to sin y. Suppose sin x is equal to 1 by root 2. Okay, we know 1 by root 2 means sin pi by 4. So now this has become this type. Now here we are not finding principal solution. What we are finding? General solutions. So no need to check for in which coordinate it will be positive. Okay. That method we will use to find principal solution. And for general solution we will use these rules. So sin x equal to sin y. This is our y. See. Okay. So now what we can write directly? X is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to n. Y value is pi by 4. N belongs to z. This is general form of the solution. Now to get many solutions, means number 3 4 solutions, you can put value of n. Suppose n equal to 1. So pi and pi minus pi by 4, isn't it? So 3 pi by 4, first solution. Then 2, substitute 2. So 2 pi plus 5 by 4 means 9 pi by 4. Like that it will come for each value of n. So it will be infinite, since n is infinite in numbers. So general solutions are also infinite. Now check for the next one, fourth one. Fourth one is next case, cos x is equal to cos y, which implies x is equal to 2n pi plus minus y, where n belongs to z. This also will work same way. Suppose cos x is equal to root 3 by 2. So we know cos 30 is root 3 by 2, means cos pi by 6 is root 3 by 2. So here y is what? Pi by 6. See, cos x equal to cos y, this form. So in general, solution will be what? 2n pi plus minus y. Y is pi by 6. N belongs to z. Now to get the different value, just substitute the n value to get different solution. Okay. Similarly, next we have for the tan case, tan x is equal to tan y implies x is equal to n pi plus y, n belongs to z. How we got this general solution? Proof is there in your textbook, but not important. So you can remember these general rules to find general solution for the trigonometric equations.